Soul Harvester. Do we get collected? Is there something that waits to shepherd us to the other side? The Reaper, as they say, to assist the soul in moving on to the next realm. A few of the examples from ancient times are covered in my article, Waterways, of the aqua-based theme of the underworld and the undead immortal souls. What if there is something that is there to shepherd you after the physical time ends, and we as people have given it a name and a form we can understand, trying to make sense of something way beyond our mortal reach? But what if there is something else, not quite fully in the realm of the undead, and with the ability to move among us, as might be said? And what if that entity can take you before your time is up? A few things tie together to give me this idea, so I'll try and explain. Firstly, a tale of being high back in the 70s, and of an out-of-body experience, followed thereafter by what they described as forcible out-of-body experience, and in their own words, they felt like something was ripping them out of their body, randomly for a time. Secondly, hearing about what is called walk-in souls, who can come and essentially take a body at any point through a person's life. They say it is an agreed exchange, and it could well be, but there may be reason to believe that's not always the case. And thirdly, perhaps leading on from the last one, possession. With the idea that an evil entity has possessed the body of a normal person, and they have been overtaken, mind, body, and soul, as they say. I was quite surprised to hear people talk so casually and openly of walk-in souls, as if it is a real thing, which is what made me give it some attention, having never really thought of it from that angle, and only recently started giving extra thought to that side of things. And it does seem to add an extra dimension, literally, to the idea of souls and what part of our consciousness is really in control, or even aware of what we are, and an existence outside of our contained bodily structure. But if walk-ins are real, you can see how it might stand to reason that people seemed possessed, or out of their mind, as the saying goes, because they were. And sometimes sayings end up being what they are for a reason, but something gets lost over time, either taken literally or not literally enough. A turn of phrase, as they say, being turned away from its original meaning. Words and meaning is another article for that type of thing. Trapped in between energies. I also wonder if there is a limbo that people can get trapped in, usually surrounded by the idea of death again, but without anyone to help you cross over, and you're left to wander neither dead or alive, but caught in between here and there. Like a double glazed window, but you are in the middle bit, and both sides aren't transparent, so you can't even see what you are trapped between. Perhaps. Entities. With the idea and theories of things being able to take you from your living mind and body, or replace your soul, it would stand to reason that there is a belief that we are accessible to them, the entities. Are they only able to inhabit humans with agreement? Are they other souls, or beings that are made up of energy seeking form? Or is it a bit more sinister than that? And although it seems all harmony and mostly seems about enlightenment, I can't help thinking there is always a darker side when energy and humans are involved. Split soul identity. I wondered about this anyway, from the idea put forward in the Harry Potter franchise, that someone could split their soul into a number of pieces and ingrain themselves into part of an object or person to maintain their existence. And with a walk-in soul idea, I wondered if it could happen without agreement, and if it then becomes a split soul, as in two different souls in one, as well as the idea of one soul being split into parts and remaining within one host. As you can tell, I have many questions on this idea. But whether we are reaped, harvested, collected, or just moved on through, who knows? But there are many ideas, stories, myths, and tales of who or what that might be. Things we aren't entirely privy to in normal life, but yet are aware of them in the background. As if people know that something is there just behind the veil of life, underneath it, and part of it, potentially waiting for an opportunity to step in and live a bit, as one might say. Odd as well to think that rather than being escorted anywhere of your own volition, you could be abducted from your soul experience by another, all agreed in a celestial realm you aren't consciously aware of, yet you become part of it. Crazy stuff, but then again, these are quite crazy times, so everything is being considered.